Do you feel like when you turn, you're always falling out of your turn, you're losing control, you're not getting the speed and the look that you want? You are not alone. I find that turns often aren't given a lot of time and technical detail. Dancers often aren't instructed on the basic positioning, the basic strength and coordination that's needed to execute clean, relaxed, and controlled turns. So today I'm going to be sharing with you those basic fundamentals. We're going to look at the positioning of the body, how we need to be strengthening and preparing our bodies to do turns, and we're going to look at two of our very basic turn techniques so we can incorporate these technical elements and be turning with more ease and more control. Let's start with a few fundamental details about positioning and strength. So with any movement, we always want to know, one, how we're positioning our body to make that movement really work for us to be balanced, to be accessing the right muscles, and we need to know which part of our body, which muscles are working to generate that movement. So first, when I'm doing turns, I'm often swiveling or pivoting on the ball of my foot. This is one of the main mistakes that I see people make, is they step with flat feet and end up turning their feet in to try to step through the turn. It makes it a lot easier when we can pivot on the ball of the foot. So the first element that we have here is balancing on the toes or the ball of the foot, this place right behind the toes. We need to be able to balance in this position. So the first thing we need to look at is the alignment of our body. We can't be pushing the hips back and leaning forward, because if we come on the toes, we'll lose our balance forward. So you want to make sure you're lifting your belly, opening your hip flexors, and shifting your hips on top of your toes. So make sure you're not shifting your weight just from your chest pulling forward, but you're shifting your whole body, hips included, until you can feel all of your body weight over the front of your foot in one line, so it feels easy to bounce on the ball of the foot without feeling like you're falling forward and back. Now the next element is about the weight distribution on the inside and outside of the foot. Most people don't have a lot of strength in their calves and their ankles, which means when they lift, they're going to be wobbling here or automatically putting their weight outside to the pinky toe side of the foot. So you want to, as you lift and open and push the hips forward, you want to imagine you're squeezing a tennis ball or anything, a pillow, between your thighs. Giving this little inner thigh engagement and little lower belly lift will help you to keep your weight even on the inside and outside of the foot and give you some stability so that you're not rocking the ankle out, okay? So basically, we're just doing a very, very basic version of a releve. We're not doing ballet, we're not doing modern dance. The technique is gonna be more simple and more relaxed. As in our dance style, we really don't go onto a super high releve, but we do need to be able to balance in what we call demi-pointe, which is just slightly bring the heels off of the floor. So I highly recommend, second point is about strength, I highly recommend doing these little lifts up onto your toes, these little releves with that sense of squeezing the thighs together, lifting and opening the hips, opening the chest, and trying to build your strength and your balance. You can do this with a hand against the wall, hands on a table to help you lift, and just lift as far as you can while keeping that parallel position in the legs. So making sure we're not shaking, we're not putting our weight out to our pinky toe, keep that squeeze. This alone is what you need to do before you go into your turns, because you can imagine if you've never done this exercise, you don't have the strength or the balance, and then you immediately go into a turn, your ankle is gonna go, and you're gonna lose your balance and maybe hurt your ankle. I've seen a lot of injuries in some advanced dance classes where inside the school, they weren't giving the dancers these basics before having them turn on their toes, and then everybody was rolling their ankles. So these are some of the fundamentals that we need to start with. Now let's learn 2 basic turn techniques. So we're gonna learn 2 of the most common turns that we see used in Raqs Shar'i or belly dance. The first one is a 3-step turn. So it is just like you think it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 3 steps, and this is a turn that's usually moving us sideways. So when we go into our turn, the first thing I want you to think about is the position of your foot. So we never want to step in a parallel position and then turn into our leg, because we're going to end up rolling our weight, we're going to twist, and our feet will eventually turn in. So the first thing you want to do is step with a turn out. Face your toe towards the direction you're going so that you can twist into that position. And then I want you to shift your whole body weight over that leg. So we're also not stepping onto a toe and leaning with our chest. I'm shifting with my whole body here. This shift of weight and twist of the body is part of what's going to give us the momentum for our turn. And this, in the long run, is what makes turns look very relaxed and easy. So I'm not forcing it, I'm not pushing through my feet, I'm doing a controlled weight shift and turn into my movement, trying to keep my weight centered across my foot. So this is where we have to start pivoting on the ball of the foot. Because again, I don't want to keep my foot stationary as I turn. I want to go here, and then I want to pull my other leg in, come onto releve, and use that momentum to turn around on the balls of my feet. So a lot of people, when I see them doing this the first time, will go open, close, open. You see how I'm stepping, I'm turning in, stepping, my feet are pasted to the floor. I'm not gonna feel balance, I'm not gonna be able to get good speed and control. Instead of that, I'm gonna think about open, close, and pivot, and then end on the other foot. So eventually it should look like this. Open, close, open. See how smooth it is? I'm using my body's momentum, I'm pivoting on the feet, and I'm squeezing the legs together. Open, squeeze, open, and open, squeeze, open, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. The second turn we're going to look at is a cross turn. We see this one also in a lot of choreographies. So this one is going to be a turn where we stay in place. We're going to be switching our weight from one foot to the other, and we're crossing one foot over the other. Beginner mistakes here are pushing your leg way far to the side or far to the back and tilting the body, and then we kind of end up in a random position when we end. Now, I will say that there are variations of this move where we do tilt and lean the body, but I think to get the basic coordination, it's nice to keep your body in a straight line and keep the feet closer together. So what I suggest to do is cross one leg over the other and put the ball of your foot next to the other foot, maybe a little bit back instead of out to the side. So I'm here. Why? Because as I start my movement, I'm gonna have to push into a releve and again, pivot on the ball of the foot. To keep my balance and to give myself momentum, I need this squeeze here, and I need to keep my body aligned. So I want you to think about out, in, up, down, out, In, I'm gonna squeeze everything to the middle and down. Now, as you noticed, if you try that, you probably can't straighten your legs all the way. This time, we're going to use this to give us momentum. And if we squeeze and extend our legs all the way, it's going to send us into a small spiral. So I'm gonna go. And 1, 2. So I'm pivoting on the balls of the feet to come all the way around. I'm squeezing into my midline and lifting. And 1, 2. And 1, 2. And 1, 2. Now, one thing you also might notice is that my feet are a little turned out. So I try not to start this movement with this foot in a parallel. I might step with a turn out and then cross, and this is going to make the movement a lot easier. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these are our 2 basic turns. Try them out. As I said, we're not doing ballet, we're not doing modern dance. This isn't going to be super high level, super detailed technique. These are just little tips that you can use as somebody who hasn't even approached footwork and turns before to feel more strength and more control in your movements. Thank you for joining me today. I would love to know in the comments if these tips were helpful and if you ever learned these before in your classes. Let me know and I will see you in our next tutorial.